Hello, football fans. Well, it is now the NFC's turn with these preview videos. And first, we start off with a very interesting division, and always interesting division, the NFC East. And it's an amazing division. It's the only one out of 8 where everyone's won the Super Bowl at least twice. And it's the very division that will kick off the 2025 regular season 2 weeks from tonight. But what's in store for these 4 teams coming up in 2025? Let's talk about it, shall we? Hard to believe it was 3 years ago that they actually last made the playoffs. It was a crazy, stunning year for the Giants, that 22 season, when they not only made the playoffs but actually made it to the divisional playoff. Now they're basically playing for draft picks. It was a terrible year for this team, 3-14. Couldn't win at home until their last home game of the season, and it's been a mess. And now they have Russell Wilson as their quarterback after finally being done with Daniel Jones, and they were done with Daniel Jones after overpaying him. But yeah, so it's going to be another down year for the Giants. They might win maybe 5 games, maybe 6, but they're still dealing with a hell of a lot. Speaking of, oh, Cowboys. You know, I could really just say, pay the man, and just end it there. But I can't. I really can't, because if any team needs to sit in the corner and think about what they've done, it's the Dallas Cowboys, especially Jerry Jones. Let me tell you a story. Some few months prior, Nico Harrison for the Dallas Mavericks gave up Luka Doncic to the Los Angeles Lakers for a bunch of magic beans. You know what happened when that happened? Jerry Jones was no longer the dumbest man in Dallas, and he was enjoying that for a few months. Because every time he talks about Micah Parsons, or doesn't talk about Micah Parsons, he takes that title back. And it really sounds like he is not interested in bringing Micah Parsons back. Either that, or we're going to get yet another 11th-hour signing where he had to pay way more than he could have paid. This happened with Dak Prescott, remember? He could have had Dak Prescott for less money and still could have afforded to pay some to try to snag Derrick Henry. Instead, he twiddled his thumbs and ended up having to pay Dak a mint, and Derrick Henry's now in Baltimore. It really looks like we're going to see Micah Parsons in a different uniform this season. Not next season, this season. Because nothing's being done. The needle is not moving, and Micah is not getting the pay he deserves, at least not from Dallas. Oh boy. It's a bad year for the Cowboys. They're going to need even if they start off very well, they're still going to be side eyes. But bottom line is this: if they don't pay Parsons, Cowboys are going to be in so much trouble. So much trouble. Wow. How about them Commanders last year? And yes, it's Commanders. Get used to it, get over it, and stop crying. Okay? It's amazing what a difference a year makes, what a difference a change in ownership makes. I mean, nobody saw this coming. This was an 8-game turnaround. They won 4 games in 23. Last year they win 3 times that, with rookie sensation Jaden Daniels at quarterback. Jaden Daniels, whose key highlight was that crazy Hail Mary he threw to beat the Bears. But they finished 12-5. They were a threat to win the division. Didn't win the division, but made a lot of noise when it counted, including humiliating the Lions at Ford Field. I mean, it was crazy. They went to the conference championship for the first time since they won Super Bowl 26. Okay? For the looks of it, the Commanders are definitely going to benefit from the state of the Giants and especially the Cowboys, and they're going to be that one of the top teams in the conference. They're going to go to division, not just division. You see, and I've said this many times before. This is the result of A, finally getting rid of a racist team name, which is not coming back, so get over it. And B, getting rid of a toxic owner who cared nothing about football and cared mainly about his ego. When you get rid of those toxic attributes and focus on the task at hand, good things happen. They almost made the Super Bowl. We may see a lot of great seasons from this Commander squad from this point on. But I know this much: 2025 should be very good for Washington. Very good for them. And speaking of good years, let's talk about the reigning, defending, undisputed Super Bowl champions, shall we? The Eagles. The Eagles made a lot of people smile when they trounced the Chiefs in Super Bowl 59. They avenged Super Bowl 57, and now they are Super Bowl champions for the second time in franchise history, for the second time in the last decade, which is very impressive, especially nowadays. They're the dynasty busters. They're the dynasty busters. When they won Super Bowl 52, they beat the Brady Belichick Patriots, and when they won Super Bowl 59 last year, they beat a Chiefs team who was looking to three-peat, something that had never been done, 3 Super Bowls in a row, and it still hasn't, thanks to the Eagles. And Jalen Hurts, Super Bowl MVP, one of the best quarterbacks in the league. Saquon Barkley, a great steal for the division rival Giants. Nearly got the single season rushing record. I still say they could have let him get it. I mean, all he needed was 100-something yards. I mean, come on. A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, Dallas Goedert, great crop. This team, this is the top team in the conference. It is. The Eagles are the number one team in the conference. They entered this year as the overall number one, and we will see them 2 weeks from tonight kick off the 2025 NFL regular season against the Dallas Cowboys, where they will show off that second Lombardi they won and that banner before they get started on possibly repeating. They are one of the co-favorites to win Super Bowl 60 this year. So we'll see how that goes for them. But like I said, the Eagles, they're definitely the team to beat in the conference. They're probably going to be the team to beat in the NFC for a good bit until they break that team up. But yeah, Eagles, they're definitely a force to be dealt with. And that is my review of the NFC East entering the 2025 season, which kicks off with this division in 2 weeks' time. It's going to be amazing. So, if you like this video, click the like button. If you're on YouTube, click subscribe more. If you're on TikTok and Instagram, feel free to hit that follow button. And the link above is my story about the NFC East. Check it out when you can. And of course, next time I talk football, it will be about a division that's pretty close to me, the NFC North. So stay tuned for that.